Royals, it's your girl Q the Queen here, back with another video. Now, Nike and Jordan brand, a little slickety slick. We're gonna talk about it. I know I came on here not too long ago talking about a certain silhouette being on the played out side of things. It's not looking all that exciting, and so I beg the question of, are the Air Jordan 1s starting to decline? But we starting to get some news about some possibly exciting drops. So we're gonna get into it. But first, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you like the content, hit that like button. And if you have any thoughts, comments, concerns, any feedback, hit that comment section. Cause me and my Royals, we talks about it. Now, as I mentioned, not too long ago, I came on here talking about the Air Jordan 1 and how most of the upcoming colorways were not exciting at all. Like to the point where you literally just have to have some sort of connection to the colorway just personally to really be excited about any of what the lineup has coming up. But little did I know, Nike and Jordan brand actually is kind of keeping them tucked away, keeping the drops tucked away toward the end of the year. Okay, so the drop I'm particularly talking about is the Air Jordan 1 Bred Satin, okay, or Satin Bred, right? So it's supposed to be a women's exclusive, and it's supposed to be basically a satin version of the Bred. So I can proudly say I have one of the best Air Jordan 1's colorways to ever exist, and I definitely, as somebody who, I don't consider myself one that collects a ton of colorways of one silhouette of any shoe. For this silhouette, this to me, I wouldn't have a one collection that I could be proud of without this one. So definitely the Satin Bred is gonna be an exciting drop for me. I definitely think it makes sense that it's a woman's exclusive. That satin it got a sex appeal to it. It got a nice little sex appeal to it. I can be cute, I can be sexy, I can be fresh all in one. The trifecta, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a pair that I'm thinking I want to be a part of. So I didn't see any information on an exact price point and an exact release date. The holiday of this year, 2023, is what it's set to be. I definitely am going to be excited to go ahead and grab this pair. Do any of you have this pair? Do any of you care about this pair? And what I mean by this pair is the retro colorway. And will you be happy to go ahead and go ahead and grab you that satin version of it, right? Again, just going into the conversation about toward the end of the year releases, it looks like Nike is just kind of holding firm on the best releases for the end of the year. That's not to say that the rest of the year doesn't have solid colorways, but I think the exciting ones, not only this one, but as I mentioned, there's supposed to be the black toe reimagined as well. So those are two colorways that are most coveted in the Air Jordan 1 world, or just in the Jordan collecting world, right? So it looks like Jordan brand and Nike are pulling the market in play on making sure it comes at the end of the year, so that they can actually end the year with some good sales numbers. The Air Jordan 1 is, as I mentioned before, a super mainstream shoe. Pretty much any and everybody who wears sneakers, even if it's casual or more aggressively, wear Air Jordan 1s, right? So as opposed to, which I don't really, they could have brought one of them earlier in the year just to get the momentum going, in my opinion. But perhaps that black and white 85 is their way of kind of getting the year started off strong, right? And then as we get through the rest of the year, just kind of give us a little buffers in between, and then just at the end of the year, just hit us with the Grand Slams. We're just gonna call them, hit them with the Grand Slam. I didn't want to come in and talk about too much, but I had to come back because I was talking all my talk about the Air Jordan 1 not being anything exciting for this year. But I already have two that I definitely feel like I need. And I definitely will try to get into my collection. I think it's very important. This is one that I, would make sense for me to try to grab. Again, as I do have one of the best colorways to ever exist. One of the game-changing colorways, right? So having the satin version, I think I could pull off a, a different type of look. Something a little, but again, anyway, what do y'all think about this release? Is this something y'all gonna go after? Is it something y'all not gonna care about? Something you're gonna give for your partner? I know guys and girls alike are gonna want to try to grab this pair. So it's gonna be a fight to the death, because I can't imagine. I think they did like an earlier drop of these. It was kind of a pop-up drop a few years back, but it wasn't a wide release, right? They also did it with the Royal Toe as well. This is supposed to be a wider release from my understanding. And I know it's gonna be guys and girls, we're gonna be battling for this pair. So guys be gracious. I know y'all really not gonna do it, but be a little gracious with the women's, okay? Let us have our little satin bred toe, all right? Let us pull off our style, our fresh, but also everybody will get a chance to enjoy it, because I know that's just how it's gonna be anyway. So I'm hoping that the quality on this thing is actually what it's pictured to be. Sometimes Nike and Jordan brand, y'all be pulling off that okie doke just because it's a women's exclusive. Sometimes y'all think that means that us women, we're just excited to get a colorway, right? But sometimes that don't necessarily mean that y'all putting your all into it. So if we're gonna do this satin bred right, we're gonna make sure all the threads is threading, all the rubbers is rubber, all the prints is printed. Make sure the shoe look like it's what it's supposed to look like. I likes it and I wants it, huh? So again, holiday 2023. The Air Jordan 1 Satin Bred will drop. And hey, just hoping for a wide enough range of sizes and production numbers so that, I have a good chance of getting them. And you'll have a good chance of getting them as well. So, but anyway, I'm going to go and get up out of here. Y'all let me know what y'all think of this Air Jordan 1 Satin Bred. And until next time, baby, royalty.
The queen is hyped up. The queen is hyped